The grandfather clock in the hallway struck midnight, its chimes slicing through the silence of the house like a blade through my chest. I stood frozen in our bedroom doorway, staring at the empty bed, its sheets pristine, mocking the chaos erupting inside me. My wife, Ellen, wasn't home. She hadn't been for hours. Her text, "Working late, don't wait up," glowed on my phone, a lie I'd swallowed too many times. But tonight, the kid's words echoed louder than her absence. "Dad, she's not who you think she is." Our twins, Mia and Lucas, had confronted me that morning over coffee, their faces tight with something heavier than teenage rebellion. "We saw her," Mia had whispered, her voice trembling like she was betraying a secret she wished she didn't know. "At that cafe downtown with some guy. They weren't just talking, Dad." Lucas had slid his phone across the table. A blurry photo of Ellen laughing, her hand resting on a stranger's arm, her eyes alight in a way I hadn't seen in years. I'd brushed it off, told them they were mistaken, that their mother worked hard, that she loved us. But their ultimatum lingered. Choose her or choose us. Now, standing in the dim glow of our bedroom, I felt the weight of their words settle into my bones. The air smelled of her lavender perfume, a scent that once soothed me but now twisted my gut. I crossed to her dresser, my hands trembling as I opened the top drawer, half expecting to find nothing but socks. Instead, a folded note slipped from beneath her scarves, the paper worn, as if handled too often. "Meet me at the usual place. Don't tell him." No signature, just those words in a scrawl I didn't recognize. My knees buckled, and I sank onto the bed, the note crumpling in my fist. For 20 years, I'd built my life around Ellen. Her quiet strength had anchored me through job losses, miscarriages, and the sleepless nights of parenthood. I'd ignored the late nights at her law firm, the hushed phone calls she'd take in the backyard, the way her smile never quite reached her eyes anymore. I told myself it was stress, that she was carrying the weight of her career for us. But the kid's photo, that note, they were cracks in the foundation I couldn't unsee. I moved through the house like a ghost, my bare feet cold against the hardwood. The living room was a museum of our life together. Photos of Mia and Lucas as toddlers, Ellen's arm around my waist at our 10th anniversary, all framed in silver, now tarnished at the edges. I poured a whiskey, the amber liquid burning my throat as I replayed every moment I'd rationalized. Her client dinners that stretched past midnight. The new perfume she'd started wearing last summer. The way she'd flinch when I touched her unexpectedly. Each memory was a splinter, embedding deeper. The front door clicked open at 2 a.m., and my heart lurched. Ellen stepped inside, her heels tapping softly, her coat draped over her arm. She froze when she saw me on the couch, the note still clutched in my hand. "James," she said, her voice steady but her eyes darting to the paper. "Why are you still up? Who is he?" My voice cracked, raw and unfamiliar. I held up the note, my hand shaking. "Don't lie to me, Ellen. Not tonight." Her face crumpled, but only for a moment, like a mask slipping before she caught it. She set her coat down, deliberate, buying time. "It's not what you think," she said, stepping closer, her voice soft, practiced. "That's from a client. A case I can't discuss. You know how it is." I laughed, a bitter sound that echoed in the quiet. "A client you meet at the usual place? A client who makes you laugh like you used to laugh with me." I stood, towering over her, though I felt smaller than ever. "Mia and Lucas saw you. They showed me." Her composure cracked then, her lips parting as if to speak, but no words came. She sank onto the arm of the couch, her hands twisting in her lap. "James, I didn't mean for this to happen," she whispered, and the words were a punch, confirming what I dreaded. "Question is not a question." "It's not what you think," she said, her voice breaking. "I love you. I do. But things, they changed. You were so focused on the kids, on work, and I felt invisible." Invisible. The word burned. "I gave you everything, Ellen. My whole life. And you." I couldn't finish, the rage choking me. "Who is he?" She looked away, her silence louder than any confession. "His name is David," she said finally, her voice barely audible. "He's a partner at the firm. It started as nothing. Just talking. But he saw me, James. He listened." I staggered back, the room spinning. "Listened? I was right here, Ellen." Every day. And you chose him. My voice broke, tears stinging my eyes. The kids know. They know. They told me to choose, and I didn't want to believe them. Her face twisted with pain, and for a moment, I saw the woman I'd loved, the one who'd held my hand through grief, who'd danced with me in the kitchen. But she wasn't that woman anymore. I'm sorry, she sobbed. I never wanted to hurt you. I thought I could fix it, end it quietly. But I couldn't. The note fell from my hand, landing silently on the rug. You didn't just betray me, I said, my voice hollow. You betrayed them. Our kids. I turned away, unable to look at her. I'm rewriting the will tomorrow. You're out. The kids deserve better. James, please, Sony, please. Her plea was desperate, but I couldn't hear it. I walked out, the door slamming behind me, the whiskey glass shattering on the floor. Outside, the night was cold, the stars sharp against the black sky. I stood under them, alone, the note in my pocket, a ghost of the life I thought I had. Ellen's betrayal wasn't just an affair. It was a theft of our history, a lie that rewrote every memory. But as I stared at the stars, a quiet resolve settled in. The will would change. The house, the savings, the future. It would all go to Mia and Lucas. Ellen would have nothing but her guilt. The next morning, I called my lawyer in secret, my heart a stone in my chest. The kids' ultimatum had been clear, and I'd made my choice. Ellen's tears wouldn't change that. As I hung up the phone, the sun rose, casting a cold light over the ruins of our life. I didn't look back.